Today, we're going to be talking about everybody's favorite era of cooking, the 1960s. I don't know about you, but when I think 60s, I do think salads. Those weird gelatin firmed up salads that nobody really wants to eat, and I don't think in that era anybody really wanted to eat either. Today, we are going to be making a salad, sort of. And just to class it up a little bit, we're also going to be using some canned peaches. Why not?
Alright, let's get started. In a small saucepan, we're going to put a 1/3 cup of vinegar and a 1/4 cup of water. To that, we are going to add 1 stick of cinnamon, a 1/3 cup of sugar, and 6 whole cloves. We're going to let that cook there for about 5 minutes or so. As you can see, we've drained our canned peaches, and now we're going to add that syrup that we just made.
Alright, so we're going to take our fruit that we just added our syrup to, we're going to throw that in the fridge and let it chill for a little while. And meanwhile, I got something else we're going to work on. So I'm going to do something that I've never done before, which is make everybody's favorite 1960s ingredient, besides gelatin, mayonnaise. In her book, Carol actually talks about how when you're making salads of any kind, it is best to make your own mayonnaise. And gotta be honest with you, I have never made my own. I have never considered making my own. And I really never thought that I would make my own until today. So in the back of her book, she has these different recipes for mayonnaise, everything from a basic mayonnaise to a chive mayonnaise to a caviar mayonnaise. So she also has a recipe in here for a basic blender mayonnaise, which is what I have decided to go with today. And that simply has an egg and lemon juice and salt and oil. And we're gonna give it a go and see what happens.
Into a blender goes 1 egg, 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, and a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. We're going to blend that up until it's nice and smooth. And then we're slowly going to add in a very steady stream the oil through the center hole of our blender. Then just let the whole thing blend itself together into mayonnaise.
So let's taste it and see what we've got here. It is very different than what you buy in the store. It's a lot more intense. It has a lot deeper flavor. It's saltier, I think. It's very interesting.
We're going to use 3 tablespoons of the mayonnaise that we just made in the blender, and then combine that with a 1/2 cup of cream cheese. And these 2 ingredients alone are going to be the filling or the dressing, since this is about salads today, for our peaches.
And because no salad is complete without it, lettuce.
According to our recipe, to plate this, we're going to put some lettuce leaves on a plate, followed by our peach that has been drained, and then we're going to put a dollop of our dressing or filling in the middle. And we are done with our spicy peach salad. Let's take a look at the finished product. Let's see how our spicy peach salad rates. This is a really tricky recipe to rate, actually, because parts of this I really liked, and parts of this I really didn't. For the flavor, that would be a prime example. I did give it a 5 out of 10 because I genuinely liked the peaches. I thought the flavor with the cinnamon and the cloves, as well as the tang from the vinegar, was very, very good. But that filling was disgusting. Don't ever make that filling. The texture was not stellar, 3 points on that. It was a canned peach, so that was pretty soft. And then the filling would not stay on the peach, and then quite honestly, I don't know why that lettuce is there. Are you supposed to eat that with the peach? I don't know. Visual appeal, 7 out of 10. I actually do think this looks very pretty in a 1960s salad sort of way. Simplicity gets a 7, only because it's a little bit complicated with that homemade mayonnaise. If you had used store-bought mayonnaise, it probably would have been even higher than that for simplicity. And then, is this a repeat recipe? Absolutely not, but I did give it a couple of points because, honestly, I could see myself making that syrup again, and the recipe also says you could use pears, so I might try that sometime with pears instead of the peaches. And also, I may use that mayonnaise recipe sometime on a sandwich or something like that. So I may make elements of this, but would I make this as a whole? No, never. That makes our total for spicy peach salad a 24 out of 50. Almost at that halfway mark. Let's see how it compares to the other recipes in this series so far. As you can see, this ranks right in the middle, number 3 out of 5 recipes that we have done so far on this show. And as always, stick around because you never know what we're going to add to this list next time on Recipe Reviver.